Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Happy Thursday to you. Thank you for joining us here on Northern Life. Here's a segment I don't think any of us thought we were going to be recording when we started this show, almost 2 years ago. But we're giving the people what they want.
The demand is high, folks.
The demand is high to see Hunter's new pedicure. How did the artwork turn out?
You know, it turned out fantastic. I took Shania's advice. I went with the 4th of July look. A little firework action. So it's a little hard to see.
Painted black?
Yeah, so the whole nail's painted black.
Like the night sky?
Like the night sky. I got red, white, and blue as kind of the leaves coming out. And then finishing touch, she put some glitter on the ends of those to make it sparkle a little bit. And it's hard to tell in the grainy photo, but it looks really, really good. I'll whip up my feet right now if you want me to.
I think we're okay.
Okay, all right.
You can keep your shoes on.
So last night I'm in bed at like 10:20, and I get a text message. I keep my ringer on for my alarm purposes. Like I get a text message at 10:20. I'm like, who in the world is sending me a text at 10:20 p.m.? Who would do that?
Not Hunter.
It is Hunter.
No.
Hunter sends us a group text with his foot.
I thought you guys wanted to see the update on my toe, you know?
Yeah,
10:20 at night.
It could have waited till like 9 in the morning.
No way.
5 a.m. That's when I saw the toe pic, so that's how I started my day. And it was a great way to start my day. It was a beautiful artwork on your toe. So kudos to the designer.
Right.
Very, very, very impressive.
This is gonna be a tough transition to the next story. It didn't matter whatever story was gonna be next. It's gonna be a tough transition. But if you're like many Americans, when you get thirsty out there, you of course reach for water. But what researchers from Scotland found may surprise you. They compared the hydration responses of several different drinks and found that milk is a better option. That is because milk has sugar, fat, and protein, all of which help to slow the emptying of fluid from your stomach and keep hydration happening over a longer period of time. Milk also has sodium, which acts like a sponge and holds onto water inside of your body.
Briggs, picture this. So you're 10 miles into your marathon. Somebody hands you a big glass of milk. What do you do?
Nope.
No.
I don't think I would drink it. See, fun fact, I don't drink any fluids when I'm running. It is very probably a bad thing. No water, no Powerade, nothing. Because it makes my stomach feel sloshy.
That is true.
I hate that.
That is true.
Yeah, it's bad. So I wouldn't take milk, just on principle. I don't like milk. So nope. What I really, it's very interesting that milk is so hydrating though. I didn't realize that. My favorite hydrating drink these days is I drink pickle juice.
Yeah.
That's
straight
good.
out of the jar. It's so good. I love it. We gave Wells his first pickle actually the other day and he really liked it, which is fun. Otherwise I like, there's that Element brand that has like electrolyte drinks and they're sparkling electrolyte drinks.
Yeah.
So good.
Sounds
So those are
fantastic.
my preferred hydration
Okay.
methods. Yeah.
Pickle juice, also a good chaser for tequila.
Oh.
Did not know. I have been
the
drinking.
21 plus guy.
Yes, exactly.
I have been drinking jalapeno juice lately,
Really?
just for fun.
Really?
I don't know if there's any
Like the
benefit to
can?
it. Yeah, like there's
when
like a jar of jalapenos, and you just drink the juice with it.
I do know spicy things
it's hot.
reduce inflation,
Oh.
so that's a good thing,
There we
right?
go.
So you're probably reducing your inflammation and your stomach lining and
Take
things
that,
like that.
Health
inflammation.
benefits,
Yeah.
Well, here's someone that's hard at work. Boaters and beachgoers in Destin, Florida have an ultra convenient option. Check this out. A local Chick-fil-A is now offering delivery by inflatable boat. Makes sense in Florida. This woman who took this video said it was both kind of funny and unbelievable at the same time. They have a flag. A Chick-fil-A flag on that boat, in fact, like a Domino's delivery.
So they must be delivering to like boaters out there. I would assume you don't like
Must be.
have the Chick-fil-A on land. You like get on your boat and then go further down the beach and then deliver.
Yes.
Yeah, true. That would be interesting. What a good idea, though, because people are probably on their phones on the boat, maybe hungry. They hopefully aren't stranded, but maybe they ran out of food.
That's true. Seriously.
Looking for a chicken sandwich.
Well, how long till we build a floating Chick-fil-A on Lake Vermilion or Lake Mille Lacs? Some point in time, I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, judging how long it took us to get one here in Duluth, I don't know if we'll be getting a floating one anytime.
Floating one's going to take a little longer, unfortunately. Coming up on today's show, a pigeon and a dog become best friends. We meet the unlikely duo who are providing comfort for a Minnesota woman who's mourning the loss of her daughter. A very sweet friendship blossoming there between two different species.
I'm excited to change my perspective on pigeons.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a big pigeon fan.
You
so
hate them.
Yeah, but it'll be nice to have that great story. Well, hey, my fiance and I love to tell each other when we see critters out on the road, not pigeons. But we do have a critter alert for you all on this Thursday, thanks to our executive producer, Ben, who spotted some fox in his backyard. So I want to look up some fun fox facts. Foxes actually have extraordinary hearing. They can hear noises from miles away that can actually go unchecked by human ears.
Oh,
Look at how
that's a
precious.
cute-looking fox. Yeah. What do they eat? They must eat little rodents and things like that. Mice, tiny little mice, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's
Rats,
hope
maybe?
so, yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about the eating habits of fox, but that one looks to be nibbling on some grass, maybe? I don't know what he's eating, or just
Cute
sniffing.
little guy.
Maybe
Sniffing.
some of Ben's garbage in back or something.
Yeah, probably like a little raccoon or something. If you're looking to travel abroad soon, there's a hotel in Ibiza, Spain, where you can stay for free. However, the room has glass walls. It's in the center of the hotel lobby, and everyone can see you. Everyone can see right inside your room. Guests say it's a unique experience, but they don't expect a good night's rest while they're there, with people knocking on the glass at all hours of the night. For the record, other guests can't see into the bathroom, because you were probably wondering about that. But,
That's good.
It's good
I
news.
wonder why. Why did they do that?
I think it's maybe like maybe you feel like a person at the zoo or something. You
Yeah.
want to see how zoo animals maybe feel.
That sounds
Inefficient.
horrible.
Bizarre.
It reminds me of have you guys ever seen, I forget what country this is in, but there's a bathroom that you can see the outside completely. It looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's see-through, but no one can actually see in. So it's very, very strange. And like, I would never want to be a part of that experiment, whatever that sociological experiment is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like your mind would not be able to allow you to go to the bathroom in that situation.
No.
You know, like I feel like it would just, yeah.
It's also kind of a good marketing effort to say this could be you in our hotel.
Oh, there
this
we
is
go.
you
True.
sleeping in the bed and hanging around your hotel
Not
room.
getting any sleep
Yeah.
and annoyed by your people around you.
Yeah, keep it down. Keep it down out there. Well, hey, coming up, dog-sized dinosaurs and a pigeon who's a canine's best friend. We'll see you after the break coming up here on Northern Live. Welcome back, everybody. The new Jurassic Park World movie's coming out pretty soon.
Sure.
Yeah, and a new species of dinosaur has actually been discovered in real life. It could potentially be nicknamed caveman's best friend. Researchers say the Enigma cursor Molly Borthwick was a dog-sized creature that roamed around 150 million years ago with the Stegosaurus. This dino was about the same size as a Labrador Retriever with a long tail. The plant eater is now on display at London's Natural History Museum.
The Molly's, what?
Yeah, I tried my best at,
You nailed it.
yeah, I
think.
tried. I didn't look up the pronunciation earlier. I just went based off the letters that were
Feel
in
of
that
it,
word.
the vibe,
Sure.
yeah.
The feel of it. Felt it out.
That's a dinosaur I could get my grasp on if we actually brought it back, like they're talking about doing
Yeah.
for some dinosaurs. You know, it's a little small.
Are they talking about that?
I think it's a thing. No, that's a thing. isn't it?
It's the story we shared before about the mice with the woolly mammoth
Oh,
features.
Yes,
yes,
trying to
yes,
bring
yes.
back the prehistoric creatures.
Yeah.
I could wrap my head around that one. Maybe not a T-Rex, but a little cute one.
Would you allow it into your home as
No.
like a pet? No, okay.
Not at all.
Roam around the North Woods.
Yeah, there we go. They were eating my rodents and stuff. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, something like that.
Brimson's the next Jurassic Park.
Yes. Oh, Brimson, interesting. We all know dogs and cats don't always make the best of friends, but what about dogs and birds?
Yeah, Susan Elizabeth Littlefield discovered one such relationship in downtown Minneapolis, which has beautifully developed between the two animals.
When it comes to having a pet, there are highs
Give you a lot of unconditional love.
and lows.
Dogs are, especially the male dogs, they want to pee on everything.
A longtime dog owner, Glenda, knew what she could handle.
I never wanted a bird because they're just too messy.
So she relies on Flash, her Pomeranian, for companionship and comfort. Much needed animal comfort.
Do you think Screech has been a good help with your grief?
Yeah.
Glenda lost her beloved daughter in February. A few months after, she found Screech.
Well, hi, buddy.
Screech is a pigeon,
Down. Down.
a very friendly and persistent one.
Ready, bird. Screech. Show us where to go, buddy.
Glenda walked us through the way it all came together on a fall day in Gold Meadow Park.
With everything you've been through and with losing your daughter, do you feel like this pigeon came at the right time?
Probably. I think it came at the right time because I got to see how deeply she fell in love with the pigeon.
A bird no one saw coming.
He had his nose down there and he was trying to do something. I'm like, what's going on? And I said, oh, there's a baby bird down there. And so then I had this cloth Target shopping bag, and I didn't want to pick him up in my hand, so I put it over and picked him up, and I just hung him on the back of the wheelchair.
For Flash, it was instant.
He constantly checked on that baby.
They had a bond.
Yep.
But Glenda was harder to convince.
How did he win you over?
Just coming and cuddling by me.
And he kept doing it and doing it. So she kept feeding him. And he fed her too.
Yes, it's your day today. Yes.
Do you love him now?
I do love him. I do.
Screech has had every chance to fly away, but he chooses to stay, giving her and Flash some appreciated attention and grabbing neighborhood attention too.
Have you ever seen a dog and a bird be friends?
No, not at all. Usually the dogs will chase the pigeons away or get used to them or just ignore them, but they seem to be friends.
And they are, all three of them. They need each other.
Are you feeling left out? Oh, Flash, you chattering for us? Yeah, she was.
Proving you never know where life or a pigeon will land.
Aren't you the cutest bird?
Oh, that's so sweet. You just know that that was one of those stories where Susan had to pitch it in her meeting and start by saying, "Hear me out," you know, because it's on the surface kind of an odd idea, but just so meaningful to her there to be able to have that friendship, especially in the wake of her loss. So really special and so cool to see the dog and the pigeon getting along so well. I don't think I've ever seen such a thing before.
No,
my dogs would not like that.
Especially with the smaller dogs. I feel like those smaller dogs usually like to bark at, pigeons or other dogs, other humans.
Yes. Did this change your opinion at all on pigeons there, Ryan?
A little bit.
It did.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I still got a lot of questions about where the pigeon, might take care of business when it comes inside the house.
That's a good question. What do you feed a pigeon? Do you feed it just normal bird food?
Some, seeds.
Perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay. Soot, maybe? I don't know.
Wonder bread.
Wonder bread? I don't know. I'm not sure. It sounds interesting though.
He'd probably eat anything.
Yeah.
Very cute. With it being patio season, Caesar Canine Cuisine is bringing back its restaurant weekend for dogs. That's because the best life is a shared life with your pets with this special culinary experience. Sadly, you will have to travel out to Chicago on July 20th for a fun experience with your dog. That's at the City Winery in Chicago's West Loop.
Done.
Breaks
You're
us
gonna
out
do
of
it.
race.
That's going to be me and Harry right there.
So sweet.
Bring all the pigeons as well. Maybe you have to call ahead, see if we can get a reservation. Yeah.
Coming up, a nonprofit aims to help Minnesota veterans heal through music. Welcome back, everybody. We all know that being around dogs can be good for you and your health. That's why Liz Schick finds joy in being a sitter for senior dogs. She's been taking care of 16-and-a-half-year-old Lula. A new puppy would be too much work for the now 84-year-old, and owning an older dog would be expensive. So that's why she thought of dog sitting. That way she can continue to enjoy dogs in a setting that's best for her. And that is so sweet. A couple of pals there just getting to spend the day together.
Yeah, I know the unfortunate truth is as dogs get older, less people want to adopt them. So cool to see that this dog has an outlet with this really sweet human being.
Yeah. Love to see that. Well, hey, to our south, a Nashville country singer was just in Minneapolis to hand deliver guitars to our veterans. John Lauritsen listens in on one nonprofit's beautiful mission.
Y'all are gonna sing for me, all right? Here we go.
It's not a tour stop, it's a handoff.
To the place where I belong.
A mission of music from one soul to another.
Guitars for Veterans is a organization that's nationwide. So they get together with the veterans that show interest in wanting to learn how to play the guitar.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
At the nonprofit every third Saturday, veterans spend 10 weeks building confidence and community with every chord.
At the end of the 10th week, they'll end up graduating from the 10-week course and given a guitar so that they can kind of go on and do their thing. I'm so proud of you. So thankful for your service.
Carl Wayne Meekins has given away more than 70 guitars nationwide. Gifts, he says, are just the beginning.
Every one of us as a human being has something inside of us to give away. It's a gift. And whether or not you know it or not is the I wouldn't say, well, maybe it is a mystery.
He calls it Play It Forward.
We seek to support, connect, and empower veterans, whatever that looks like. Our tagline is fostering hope and supporting post-traumatic growth.
Here, they don't talk about war stories, just music, healing, and moving forward.
If you're working with your hands and you need your brain to kind of come alongside, you're not thinking about your demons, you're not thinking about your inner battles.
With every strum, a song of healing being played, one note at a time. With photojournalist Nick Luneman, John Lordson, WCCO News.
Definitely the endless power of music. So many different possibilities with music. Very sweet story there.
Really nice. And Meekins says he hopes the veterans will one day play it forward too, passing on the same kind of gift that changed his life. I like that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there is an easy way to help improve your own well-being this week. Walking 100 minutes a day could reduce the risk of chronic lower back pain. According to a new study, walking for that amount of time may keep you from being affected by disability later on in your life. The results revealed walking reduced the risk for chronic low back pain by actually 23%. So that's pretty good stats right there. 100 minutes though, it's kind of a long time. That's like over an hour and a half.
That's every single day that they want you to do that? Yeah. That's a long time. It's hard to find that amount of time in your day.
Lately I've been,
especially in the winter.
Yeah, in the winter especially. Lately I've been trying to start stretching a little more before bed, and I think that's definitely helped a lot. You know, I had terrible back pain for a very long time. Got to go to the chiropractor, learn maybe a few new physical therapy tricks and tips and whatnot.
Sure.
But stretching out my hips especially, man, there's a lot of pain, and you don't realize how much like pain's in your quads too.
Really?
If you don't stretch. Yeah.
Man, well, I'm glad you got that taken care of because that's no fun when you have back pain. It impacts like everything you do.
Yes, I know. Yeah, and also find yourself a good office chair too.
There you go.
Hey, you sit down a lot of times.
Yes.
New controversial advice on dining out when we come back.
Before we go today, let's have an eye-opening conversation about dining out. Scientists have now found that eating your food at a restaurant while others are still waiting for their dish to arrive is not rude. The new study from London shared how scientists discovered a double standard because people hold themselves to a higher moral benchmark than they do others. So people are largely unbothered if someone is served before them and they start eating. However, people are mortified by the idea of themselves eating alone while others have to wait.
Yeah.
What say you guys? Do you guys care if people eat around you if they get the meal first?
No, I wouldn't care if anyone else did. But yeah, I would feel very nervous about eating and being like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so hungry. I gotta eat, you know.
I purposely try to hold the plate out while I'm eating.
Oh, jeez. While showing off your new pedicure.
Exactly. Got my feet out at the meal. People love that.
I think it also depends on the setting. Like if we're going out and we all know that we're extremely hungry, I'll be like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna start diving into
this.
Right. Or if it's like later than normal, if you're out and about like getting a pizza or something at a brewery, and then you just are like, you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
But if you're at a fancy establishment, maybe wait a little bit.
That makes sense.
I feel like usually they serve all the food at the same time in real fancy.
Yeah,
that's true.
They're good. Well, hey, thanks for joining us today. We love you.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.